come in.
Hello? I didn't want to disturb you, but I know you've been waking early. It's a lovely morning.
Is it?
Yes. Shall I draw the curtains for you?
If you like.
Oh, not if you don't want me to.
Yes, go ahead.
How are you feeling today? Did you sleep any better?
Yes, I did.
Good.
How about you?
Oh, I always sleep well. I told you, your sofa's a lot more comfortable than the one I'm used to. Now then, what would you like for breakfast?
I think I'll get up today.
Greater love hath no man than to make morning tea for his friend.
Oh, Gavin, how lovely.
Oops.
Sorry.
It was wishful thinking.
No, amnesia more like. I can't believe my luck.
Oh, my lord, she was a plausible woman. I raided your garden.
Oh, he'd have never thought of that. I can't believe that you found one as lovely as that in my garden.
Don't underestimate yourself. Milk, sugar, lemon. I didn't know which, so I brought all three.
You see, you don't even know the most basic things about me.
Depends on what you call basic.
That's another fine mess you've got me into. Swallow, don't spit. You better behave yourself. You've got someone coming to look after you today.
Can't you finish it?
It was very nice. I'm just not hungry.
Well, never mind. You've done better than you did yesterday.
I've been thinking I might take a holiday. That might do me more good than anything.
Yes, I'm sure it would. What a good idea. Where would you like to go?
Oh, I don't much care.
Somewhere very quiet and beautiful would be best, don't you think? And warm, of course.
Yes, I expect so.
Then you could have a good rest and sunbathe and all that. I say, could I ask you a favour?
Yes, of course.
Well, if you're going to be away, if the flat's going to be empty, do you think I could possibly stay here? I take great care of it. I wouldn't give parties or anything. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
No, it's not that. The lease is about to expire. And I thought if I go on holiday, I wouldn't renew it.
But where will you live when you come back?
Wharfhead somewhere. Cheaper, smaller. Seems pointless to go on paying rent while I'm away.
Yes. Shall I get you some holiday brochures when I go out?
What? Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, that would be very kind.
I should have made you breakfast.
There wasn't time for everything.
Like your priorities.
Shall we meet tomorrow?
If you like.
I can't manage tonight. I've an appointment. You come to me tomorrow for dinner about 7 o'clock.
Fine.
And if I'm late, let yourself in. There's a key in a flower pot.
That underneath.
I'm highly original. It is under a brick, on a brick, guarded by earthworms to deter burglars.
I used to put jewelry in a dirty linen basket for the same reason.
I'm sure we were both wrong to imagine that burglars are so squeamish. And you're gorgeous.
So are you. See you tomorrow.
Hi. You're early.
So I should be on my first day. I'm all keen.
I think she'll behave. She's been fed.
You sleepy?
You're hopeful. She may nod off if you're lucky. I left everything ready for her lunch in the kitchen. She'll let you know when she's hungry.
What about nappies?
She'll let you know about that too. But I left a pile of clean ones in the bedroom. Otherwise, all she needs is a cuddle and a chance to go around the floor.
Right, I can manage all that.
I don't think you know what you're letting yourself in for.
I'll find out, won't I?
How did your husband react?
Oh, he doesn't mind. I'm having dinner with him tonight, so you won't be late, will you?
Oh, I'll be back on the dot of 4. I really am grateful.
Don't be silly. I'm going to enjoy it. Oh, go on, off you go to your library or museum or wherever you're going.
Let me know as soon as she comes in. Right, can't stop now.
I've got to talk to you.
I've got half an hour to buy dinner.
Mijn whisky.
Whisky, dear. Duur hem laat, duur hem laat.
Can I come home?
What?
He's going abroad. He's going to give up the flat.
Dr. Liss?
Margaret, I thought you said you had a friend with a sofa.
I can't go on staying with Liz forever. She's sweet, but it's not fair on her and Tony. They're never alone.
Well, the last time we lived together didn't work, remember?
Be different this time.
If you don't get all tight-lipped about my moral welfare.
Dear Sarah, I thought a lot about our last conversation, and I want to tell you I'm sorry. I had no right to condemn you like that. but I was feeling angry and hurt. I still very much regret that you had an abortion, but I'm sorry for my part in creating the problem, and I wish you could have let me help you as I wanted to. Apart from that, I feel I owe you a lot. I value the time we spent together, and I'm grateful to you for many happy moments. I don't think you'll ever know quite how important you were. Why did you ring?
Am I intruding?
No, not at all. You were unlucky to meet me at such a bad time in my life. It could have been very different.
You're looking better.
Oh, I really feel the most dreadful fraud. All this fuss, and there's nothing wrong with me. Would you like a drink?
No, thanks.
Coffee?
No.
You're looking marvelous.
Am I?
There's something different about you. You've had your hair done.
No.
Your makeup.
No. I'm on a diet.
Ah, well, that must be it.
You managing all right? On your own?
If only I were. On my own, I mean. She camps on the sofa. She cooks me meals I don't want. She brings me early morning tea in bed and stares at me with spaniel eyes when I drink it. Then we have to plan the menu for the day. Honestly, Cass, I don't want to hurt her feelings, but I wish she'd leave me in peace. You didn't set her on me, did you, like a watchdog, even that father of hers?
She just likes looking after people, that's
Well,
all.
I can't stand it. Anyhow, I've got a plan. I told her I'm giving up the flat and taking a long holiday. She's out collecting holiday brochures now.
What are you really going to do?
Oh, just take the car, drive till I stop. I hadn't the heart to tell her. How's Eve?
Fine, I imagine.
Imagine.
Yes, I haven't seen her for a week. So I presume Gavin must be coping. I thought he must have got Vicky to help him, but if you say she's here all the time.
I feel very sorry for her.
Eve?
No, Vicky. She must be really desperate for some kind of father figure if she hangs around me all the time when she could be out enjoying herself. I feel guilty for not being more grateful. That father of hers, what's the matter with him? Doesn't he care about her?
Yes, of course. Assume he does.
Freshest fish in London.
Is it really all right if I come home?
Shellfish should always smell of the sea.
Well,
I've told you, if we can live and let live, I don't interfere with your life. I don't see why you should interfere with mine.
I won't. Of course I won't.
Right. Half a pound of these, please. You did the last time you lived with me.
I was younger then.
£1.5 of orange tool, please.
Anyway, I don't mind Anna and Christine. In fact, I quite like them.
Would you like Cassie? And you guessed. I thought that's why you wanted to move back.
You always look for such complicated motives. Must be your work. I want to move back because I'm sick of sleeping on other people's sofas.
I think mangoes would be very nice, don't you? Very sexy fruit mangoes.
Why do you need 3 girlfriends?
You decided never to have more than 3 friends at one time?
No, of course not. You sleep with yours.
So?
Well, isn't that rather a lot?
It's a narrow view of sex you do have. They're still friends.
I think it's a sign of insecurity.
Sometimes. For some people.
Take a long holiday, I've told you.
No, I mean, what do you want to do about us when you get back? Andrew and David will be home soon, and I don't know what to tell them.
Well, I don't think there's any future for us together, do you?
Not really, I suppose not.
All those things you said about Prue.
Oh, please don't remind me.
No, I'm not angry anymore. That's all gone. I just think you were so wrong. Far from ruining our marriage, as you said, I think she kept it together. We're very different people after all, and I think she made a bridge between us.
Perhaps.
Anyway, why don't you just tell the boys we're going to live apart? Blame it on me. Say I want to be alone, and we love them as much as ever. Oh, you know what to say.
You talked about divorce.
Well, there doesn't seem much point. But it's not as if either of us wants to remarry.
No?
Why don't we just separate, see how it goes?
All right.
And make sure you have enough money.
What about the house?
Oh, well, that's yours, of course.
But you said...
Oh, I know. I think I must have been a little, well, I overreacted. I never meant to sell it.
Does that mean you've forgiven me?
I don't think I'll ever understand you. But I don't want to punish you anymore, if that's what you mean. I've done a lot of thinking since. And it taught me a lot. I'm really going to learn from my mistakes.
What will you do? Where will you live when you come
You
back?
mustn't worry about me.
Well, You can always come and stay if you want to.
Thank you. That's kind of you.
Peter. I am sorry about everything.
It doesn't matter.
You're so calm and reasonable today. I almost feel
No,
we
no,
could...
it's better this way, really. If you have any problems, ring Rupert. He's in charge.
I'll see you again before you vanish, won't I?
Oh, maybe not. I want to get off in the next few days. Probably the day after tomorrow.
As soon as that?
If possible.
Where are you going?
Oh, I'm not sure. Somewhere nice, I hope.
How are you getting on? See anything you fancy yet?
I think I'm spoiled for choice.
Supper's nearly ready. I hope you like liver. Only you wouldn't tell me what you wanted, and I thought it would be nourishing.
Liver will be fine.
The onions smell good, don't they? Don't you think so? That smells enough to give anyone an appetite.
Yes,
Even you.
even me.
I've done some bacon as well as you didn't have a proper breakfast. Oh, you're not looking at them.
No, but I have been looking at them, and I'll look at them again later.
I'm sorry, am I getting on your nerves? I used to get on Gavin's nerves too, and he always told me. The trouble is, even when I know I'm doing it, I find it awfully hard to stop. I just overdo everything. I can't help it. Drives people mad. My father's always telling me about it.
How is your father?
He's fine, at least as far as I know. I thought I might go and see him tonight. I expect you'd be glad if I went out for a bit.
Well, I wouldn't have put it quite like that.
It's all right. I don't mind. How's the liver?
The liver is delicious.
Really?
How about a drink for the cook?
Why? Do you need one?
I don't need one.
That smells good.
So do you. You know, it's funny. You never look a mess. No matter what you've just been doing.
I wish I could say the same for you. You'll have to be quicker than that. I've been dodging passengers all week.
My dear Vicky, I want to thank you for all your efforts to help me. I know I've been very troublesome and unrewarding, but I don't want you to feel I'm ungrateful as well. I hope you'll find somebody worthwhile to love and take care of you. You deserve to be happy.
Surprise.
It certainly is.
Can I come in?
I am working.
Oh, Gavin, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Don't despair if it doesn't happen at once. I know how hard it is to wait when you're young, but you have your whole life ahead of you, and I feel certain there are many good things to come. Yours affectionately, Peter Manson.
Well, where is she then?
Who?
Sarah, of course. I thought she'd be here.
I haven't hidden her.
I thought she'd moved in.
Oh, that's why you called. Look, we told you.
Oh, you're just good friends.
Yeah. Believe it or not.
I suppose because I used to fancy you, I imagine everybody else does. Silly, really. I didn't tell him she was here. I thought he might be upset.
Oh, she's with her husband right now, if you really want to know. Tell him that.
You used to have a corkscrew.
Hmm? Oh, yeah. Sorry. This is really nice of you. It's just what I need.
So you're managing all right?
Yeah. Look, I'm not very good at this, but I know I gave you a rough time. I'm sorry.
Perhaps if I'd stuck up for myself more, you might have found me more attractive.
I think I would have given anyone a bad time after Prue died.
If I'd been more like her.
I don't need a replacement.
I was wondering, would you like me to help with Eve in the vac?
No, thanks. I've got Sarah to do that.
Oh, so that's what you want her for.
I did phone you the other night after I slammed out, but you weren't there, or you didn't answer.
No. I was very upset. I went to stay with Barbara.
I suppose she thinks I'm the all-time rat.
She was very helpful. She may have found me a job. We agreed I don't have enough to do. That's part of the trouble. So I'm going to look after someone's baby part-time. If you don't mind.
Whose baby?
A friend of Barbara's who has to work.
Why can't Barbara do it?
She's had enough with her three. Now they're all at school. She's looking for a proper job.
Can't her friend find a nursery or something?
They're too expensive. One-parent families can't afford luxuries like that. I think I'll have fettuccine followed by the toast.
So, what's she going to pay you?
I said I'd do it for nothing. You always said we don't need the money and you don't want me working full-time.
So how many hours are you doing?
30. Possibly less. You don't mind, do
It's
you?
all the same if I do, isn't it? It's all arranged.
Only for a couple of months. It may not work out. We'll have to see how it goes.
It's such an unlikely thing for you to be doing.
Yes, I know. The only other question is, would you rather I went to the parents' home or brought the baby to ours? It really is up to you. It's your house.
I don't know what to say. I've been staying at my old flat.
So you don't need me for anything?
Well, I'm not having a heavy scene with anyone right now. Sarah's helping out with Eve, and I'm doing a lot of hard work, that's all.
Mr. Manson's going away.
Great.
On holiday, I mean. He's giving up the flat. I'll have nowhere to stay.
Oh.
I thought I might go back to my father for a bit.
Yeah, why not?
Shall I give you the address?
I'll see you next term, won't I?
You've had a pretty rough time, haven't you? I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
You've had a rough time too. I'm sorry.
Do you think we can still get it together?
I don't know.
We'll have to talk about it. That's why we're here.
Yes, I know, but it's very difficult. Makes me feel sort of squirmy inside. I just want to bury my head and pretend it's not happening.
Is it that bad?
I can't face any more head-on collisions. I'm so tired. As if I've been run over. I know it's silly.
It's not silly. You know, you were probably right. About not having the baby. I've thought about it a lot. I shouldn't have sounded off like that. I mean, we weren't sure about it. It's much better this way.
Do you mean more convenient?
You aren't regretting it, are you? Is that why you're going to...
No.
I mean, you're bound to feel a bit funny, I should think.
Yes.
And I've been pretty insensitive about the whole thing. I'm sorry.
It's my fault. I should never have let you rescue me like that last year. I warned you something like this would happen.
Something like what?
Don't you remember? I told you in the car when we were leaving Peter's flat. I said it would be all right till the next time. There's something wrong with me. I get these awful impulses to wreck everything just when it's going well. And I can't resist a lost cause.
Could I be a lost cause?
No, you're a winner.
I don't feel like a winner right now. It's not too late. We can try again.
Can we?
Don't you want to?
I'm not sure.
Dearest Cass, I wish I could describe how I felt when I woke up in that clinic and realized I had failed. So much effort to result only in feeling ill and exhausted. And all to do again. It was such an anticlimax. And being saved seemed like a bad joke. And then when you said you'd have wanted, even expected a farewell letter, I was so surprised. I'd been sure you would rather think I had died by mistake. Does that show how little I understand you? Or merely prove I was thinking only of myself?
It's funny. Here you are with nobody. Here I am with nobody. And then there's Mr. Manson with nobody. And Sarah's gone back to her husband. That makes Mrs. Manson the clear winner. I always said she had nothing to worry about.
How do you mean?
Oh, didn't she tell you? Oh, I thought she would have done. She's having a mad affair with my father. Isn't she pleased for her?
Yeah, of course.
Lots of women find him very attractive. I can't see it myself, of course. Still, she must be pretty desperate by now.
When I took the overdose, I was angry and depressed. I felt there was nothing to live for. First, I'd lost Prue. Then you had betrayed me the worst way possible. Then Sarah had failed me, and Vicky had taken Eve away. I was no longer in a fit state to work, and so I had no sense of identity, either personal or professional. I didn't think of David and Andrew. I do love them, but it's not a strong enough love to support a whole life when everything else is gone.
I can't imagine not having you around. It scares me. But I don't think I ought to be married. I don't think it suits me. I've done nothing but cause trouble ever since we got married. We were all right before.
Do you mean you want a divorce?
I don't know what I want.
Is it because of him?
No, that's all over.
Well then, doesn't that give us a chance? You've never liked the house, have you? We were never happy there. We had some good times in the flat. Could you live with me there? We could even pretend we weren't married.
We have to play games. Is it worth
It might help.
it? Yes, I suppose it might.
We could let the house. It's much too big for us.
I should have been more adaptable.
I wasn't very adaptable either. I started playing the heavy Victorian husband, didn't I?
Yes, you got all possessive and bossy. You never used to be like that. And I started yelling about freedom. I never used to do that with you. I didn't have to.
Perhaps marriage doesn't suit either of us. It makes us change so much.
Divorce frightens me.
I don't mean that. Let's just stay in the flat and pretend we're living in sin.
Do I have to take off these?
No. You're married to someone else and you've left him for me.
Oh, I might have known.
You said I could come back.
What now?
I've been getting on Mr. Manson's nerves. I went to see Gavin, but I got on his nerves too.
So what makes you think you won't get on mine?
Home is the place that when you have to go there, they have to let you in. Robert Frost.
Are you in one of your moods?
Who is it tonight?
Christine. My God, you do start as you mean to go on, don't you? Oh, and let's have none of that. You know it doesn't work with me. I can feel just as sorry for you with dry eyes, or not, as the case may be.
I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me.
And please don't wail, there's a love. She's got an early flight in the morning.
Can I sleep here
Yes,
tonight?
of course you can sleep here tonight. You've still got your room here. It's even got your name on it. Vicky's room, it says, so it must be yours.
That whole thing, it's so silly you ought to take it down.
No, no, you put it up, you can take it down.
I was a child when I did that.
Oh!
You have such a strong appetite for life that perhaps you can't understand my wanting to die. Even when you were at your most unhappy over Sven, I seem to remember your writing to me that you wished me and the children dead, not yourself. That isn't meant as a reproach anymore, but it does show the difference between us. I've never wished anyone dead, except Gavin, and then only to protect Prue. Perhaps it's worth going through all this twice, if only because my attitude has changed. When I took the first overdose, I felt that everyone had gone away from me and I wanted to punish them. This time I feel much calmer, as if I'm going away from everyone because that's the only way to find peace. It's really very simple. I want to be with Prue. It was foolishness to imagine I could ever have a life without her. For the last few months, I've been like a drowning man, clinging to a raft, hoping for rescue, refusing to admit I must eventually die. Much better to go now with dignity. There's nothing in life to compensate me for the pain of staying alive. Don't blame yourself. There was no more that you or anyone else could do. I think you'll be happier without me. Take care of Eve and the boys for me, and don't let them think too badly of me. Can you remember the early years? There were many happy times, weren't there?
How'd it go last night?
All right. We're going to have one last try.
Do you want to?
I'm scared to let go.
Think it'll work?
I don't know.
Are you sure being here with Eve isn't making things more difficult?
Positive. I can do that.
No, it's okay. Hey, this is a lousy arrangement. Eve has a great time, but I never get to see you. If I come home early tonight, will you, have time for coffee?
Lovely. And fruity buns.
Huh?
Haven't you read Kleinzeit? It's a super book. I'll lend it to you. Have you got time to read it?
No, but I will.
Ring the estate agent again, make sure he's taken my house off his books, ring my solicitor, confirm my appointment for this morning, ring the other estate agent and tell him I'm not renewing the lease. I'll be out of the flat by the end of this week.
I only came to see if Gavin and Eve are all right. And obvious there they are.
I'm just babysitting. I took such a fancy to Eve, I told Gavin I'd help him out. Really, that's all it is.
You don't have to explain it. I don't mind what it is.
I had to explain to Vicky and she didn't believe me. It was awful. The more I tell the truth, the more guilty I feel. No wonder people tell lies.
Can I see Eve?
Yes, of course, she's in the bedroom. I think I managed to wear her out.
That takes some doing.
It certainly does. I'm exhausted. Some tea?
No, thank you. I mustn't stay. I've got some shopping to do. You're doing very well.
I'm enjoying it.
Seems so unlike you.
That's what everyone says.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
I was thinking of my husband.
I saw Peter yesterday.
And?
He seems very well. I hope he's not just putting on an act for me. He's going to sell the flat and take a long holiday, he says. He was very cheerful and positive and full of plans. Don't know what to think.
Where's that coffee? I've got the fruity buns.
It's all right. I came to see how you and Eve were managing, and obviously you're managing perfectly.
I did explain everything.
Why all the fuss? I'm delighted you could help with Eve. It's a weight off my mind.
You know, I thought you'd have enough with your husband at the moment. And, Sarah wanted to help.
I said, it's all right.
Well, I must be off. I've got so much to do. Bye.
Oh, what about the fruity buns?
That's fine.
Did I drive her away? I didn't mean to.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. Obviously isn't.
We were going to talk, that's all. She's having problems with her husband.
Expect she is. If anyone told me that girl would end up in your flat looking after Eve, I'd have said they were mad.
Well, she's very good with Eve.
I know she's very good with Eve. I've seen her being very good with Eve in my house, remember? I still say it's out of character.
You don't like her, do you?
Yes, I do. That's what I can't understand. However hard I try, I can't dislike her. I can see exactly why Peter fell in love with her, and I don't even resent it anymore.
Then why are you bitching about her?
What?
You know you are. Every now and then it just slips out.
Can't help it. I like her and I want to hit her.
It is platonic between us. You do believe me, don't you?
Of course I do. Anyway, what does it matter if it isn't?
But it matters that I've never lied to you, and I don't intend to start now.
Do you ever need a deputy babysitter?
Oh, yeah, thanks. That'd be great. You know, just the odd evening or the occasional weekend, maybe.
Do you mind if we keep it very flexible? Say you ring me the day before. I don't want to get back into a routine the way it used to be.
Because of Dr. Lewis, huh? It's okay. Vicky told me. I'm very happy for you.
Are you?
Of course I am. Just hope he's good to you, that's all.
What you mean?
You deserve the best.
Thank you.
It was kind of sudden, wasn't it? When did it start?
When Peter was in hospital. I feel very guilty about that.
Same as us, huh?
I must have a thing about people being ill. Seems to turn me on.
You were anxious and you needed comfort. Why not?
more than that. Oh, Gavin, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I can see you are.
And I feel guilty. But there's no need. Peter's adamant he doesn't want to come back. Just the kind of thing I thought would never happen again. It has. I didn't expect it, and I'd given up hope. I can hardly believe it.
That's terrific.
I'm so happy. I want everyone else to be happy too.
It's no good. I simply don't believe you're looking after a baby. You're off with some man, aren't you?
What's got into you?
I don't know. I've just been thinking about it ever since you told me what you're going to do.
You said you didn't mind.
I had to say something. I wanted you back.
And I wanted to come back.
Did you? Did you really?
I won't stay long.
You're not disturbing me.
I've got to change. I'm going out to dinner.
Oh,
You really off tomorrow?
I expect so.
Can I do anything for you? Have you packed?
You can change here if you want to.
Thank you.
You didn't come here just to change.
No. Peter, I'm sorry. I don't want to worry you, but I had to see you again before you went. Because of the boys.
What's the matter?
I've been thinking. I believe we should talk to them together. Not just me.
Oh, but Cass, you're so much better at that sort of thing. I thought we'd agreed.
Yes, I know. But I think it would be better if we were together. When are you coming back? Will you be back in time for the school play in 3 weeks?
Oh, Cass, how can I tell?
Well, haven't you made any plans for coming back?
No.
Oh.
You've told me so many lies, I don't know where to start. Do you know why you do it? I'd like you to tell me the truth for a change.
I am looking after a baby.
What baby?
Prue's baby. You ask me? Well, why not? I'm being useful for a change. Gavin has to study. Mrs. Manson has other things to do. Why shouldn't I help? I've done enough harm. Isn't it about time I did some good?
What is it about that family? You just can't stay away from them.
I know you want to feel free, but isn't there any way I could contact you?
Why would you want to?
I might need to.
But if I died, you wouldn't be able to.
Oh, Peter, please, that didn't happen. And anyway, it's in the past.
It might have.
It's hypothetical.
I could get run over tomorrow.
So could I, so could any of us.
But the point I'm trying to make is if I were dead, you wouldn't be able to reach me, and I'm sure you'd manage perfectly.
If you insist on being morbid, yes, but you're alive. And I want you with me when I tell the boys.
Do you?
Yes. Oh, let's go.
Don't rush. Have another drink.
I can't. I mustn't be late.
Cass.
Please, ring me when you get where you're going.
I think I'd better go out.
Where?
Just out. This is our first evening, and already we're about to have an argument. If I stay, we will.
Where will you go?
Just out to cool off.
Back to him, you mean?
No!
How can I believe you?
I'll be back later when we both calm
No, we've got
down.
to settle this now.
I told you before, I am too tired for any more
You're
arguments.
not too tired to look after someone else's baby when you've got rid of your own.
Oh, Mrs. Manson, do please come in. Dad should be home any minute. Would you like a drink?
Yes, thank you.
What would you like?
Oh, Campari soda if there is some.
Oh, I'm sure there is. Yes, here we are. I expect you're surprised to see me. Only when Mr. Manson's plans changed, I had nowhere to go. So I asked Dad if I could stay for a bit. Lemon?
No, thank you.
Ice?
Yes, please.
Don't think he expected me to move back quite so fast, though.
Aren't you going to have a drink?
No, I don't really like drinking. I used to have a scotch with Gavin, but I've gone right off that. Oh, I think I'll have a tomato juice. Pretend it's a Bloody Mary. He's awfully hard to help, isn't he? Mr. Manson, I mean.
Yes.
Oh, before I forget, I found your pendant on the settle.
My what?
It is yours, isn't it? I thought with a C on it, it must be. It's Gucci, isn't it? They're terribly expensive.
It's not mine.
Oh, then I can say I don't like them. Didn't want to offend you. I expect it's Christine's I shall call back for it later. Or it might be Anna's. C for Carlson, I mean. I don't know whether people put the initials of their first names or their surnames on these things. Do you?
No.
Dad can sort it out.
Who are Christine and Anna?
Hasn't he mentioned them? Oh, Lord, forget I said anything, please. I'm sure he'll tell you in his own good time.
Why don't you save him the trouble?
I just put Eve to bed. You got time for coffee?
Oh, yes, I've got plenty of time.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Is there any whiskey left?
Have you fixed up your summer holidays yet?
No?
No, I haven't either. It's tricky, isn't it?
Yes.
I went to see Gavin to ask him if he wanted any help with Eve, but he doesn't now he's got that girl.
Yes, I know about her.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant... Never mind. Would you like another drink?
No, thank you.
When Dad comes, I won't be in your way. I'll go straight to my room. I've got plenty to do. Oh, good. He is now.
Oh, full house.
Hello, you're late.
Yes, I was delayed. Hello, Cass. Schmuck, I didn't expect to see you here.
You said I could come back.
Today?
I thought you knew as I was staying here last night, I'd be bringing my stuff today.
I didn't think you were in so much of a hurry.
Aren't you flattered?
Have you offered Cassie a drink? Perhaps she'd like another one.
I did ask her.
Would you, Cass?
No, thank you. One's enough.
Can I get you one, Dad?
No, I'll get my own. You know, I have the distinct feeling I've walked in on something. I don't suppose anybody's going to tell me what. With that fridge packed up at this moment, you two could make ice all by your little selves.
I think I better be going.
If I slipped you a couple of quid, would you go to the pictures?
It is her home, isn't it?
It is also my home, and I'd like a say in what goes on in it. Now, does anyone object? If you want to be private, we can go in the bedroom.
No, thank you.
I don't mind. I'm used to it.
Or we can go out.
It's ridiculous. A baby. No one can be jealous of a baby.
Oh, sure they can.
Yes, but not Jeff. Maybe he didn't believe me. We had this big thing about all the lies I tell.
Do you?
Yes.
You told me any?
No.
Is that the first one?
I don't remember.
Well, I always tell the truth, so we should cancel out.
Always?
Nearly always.
Oh, I'm glad you were here.
Where did you tell him you were going?
Just out. When I've cooled down, I suppose I'll have to crawl back and eat humble pie.
I can't see you doing that. Who the hell's that?
If it's Peter, I'm not here.
Could it be him?
Everyone else has called.
I'd like to see my wife.
Who are you?
Don't bother play acting. Just get out of my way. What took you so long? I've been waiting half an hour. I thought you would have been in bed by now.
You followed me.
How else am I going to find out what's going on? You're never going to tell me.
There's a nice little pub around the corner.
Don't feel like a drink.
Do you good?
I said I don't want one.
All right, so you don't want to be done good to. You don't intend walking up and down here all night, do you? I don't know about you, but I've had a very heavy day, and I'm dying to sit down. Now then, what was all that about? Oh, come on, let's have it out. Let's not ruin the whole evening.
There's not much left to ruin.
There's as much of it as you want.
It's not very pleasant to be told by Vicky you've already got 2 mistresses.
They're not mistresses. I couldn't possibly afford a mistress.
All right, bed partners. Whatever you call them.
I call them friends, actually.
You've already got 2 of them. What you need me for? Just to make a hat trick?
Oh, it's extraordinary how alike you and my daughter are. What mathematical minds you do have. 1 is okay, 2 is greedy, and 3 is positively disgusting. Is that it?
Why didn't you tell me yourself?
Well, there are all sorts of reasons. But it's private. I haven't even told them about you yet. Well, it's not something to be confessed like a criminal record. Because I've only known you for a week. Because I thought you might be hurt. Now you are.
I'm a very jealous person.
I'm sorry, it must be very painful for you.
You don't give a damn.
Oh, darling, look, I wasn't trying to hide anything. I wasn't trying to broadcast it either. I simply thought you'd assume there'd be other people in my life at my age. I'm not a monogamous person. One of the reasons I got divorced.
I see.
And other people in your life, too, you know.
Not so as you'd notice. Tell me about yours.
Anna used to be a nurse, and that's how I got to know her. She married a rich man, much older than herself. He travels a lot, and I see her when he's away. Christine is an air stewardess. I meet her when she's in town. Her boyfriend lives in New York.
Yes, well, you're all very lucky. Just old-fashioned.
Did it hurt more because Vicky told you?
I don't know. Probably.
Do you think she did it on purpose?
Just slipped out. I can't tell.
She's probably jealous. Didn't realize it. I've had a lot of this sort of trouble before with her.
I'm so happy, and now I feel I've just got myself into another mess.
Oh, darling, don't. I've known these people for years. And you and I are only just beginning. Let's give it a chance, shall we?
I think you'll be back.
I don't. Sorry I let you in for that awful scene, though.
That was a scene? Hell, when you've been thumped by your father-in-law, having some lady's husband shout a little doesn't seem like much. Besides, I'm glad you're here. You can stay as long as you like.
Can I? Really?
Sure you can. Only I think I better sleep on the couch.
Why?
Because I'm not feeling so tired anymore.
But you know too much about me.
Maybe I like what I know. Kid, you're gonna miss the money.
Rotten sod. Yes, I am. Gavin, do we know what we're doing?
You're gonna share an apartment with a violent, sadistic monster with a weakness for older women.
And you're going to share an apartment with a congenital liar who collects men like insurance policies, given half a chance.
That sounds like a pretty good deal.
What are we going to do about Vicky?
Yeah, don't worry, I'll have a word with her.
I think she's going to be a problem.
Well, she'll be all right when she finds a new boyfriend. That's all it is. But right now, of course, she can't believe it's ever going to happen.
I know the feeling. Believe me, I sympathize with her.
You talk too much.
So do you.
So we'll go and get your stuff today.
Well, I was hoping to put it off as long as possible.
I'll come with you. You take Eve, make a day of it. Well, then you're lucky you'll be at the office.
You're incredible.